It's a time for Pick It From China. Hey, welcome back to the channel. It's awesome that you're tuning in, because in this video we are going to take a close look at the Retrobit Legacy 16, the 2.4 GHz wireless controller. And there's also, yep, the Platinum Collection. So what you're going to get inside, it includes receivers for the Super NES that I'm going to try out, and even for a USB port. So I think it's with Retrobit. I do have like a couple of controllers here in my collection, and I must say I was really pleased when it comes to the overall quality. But the question remains, how will this thing stand up with an original controller? Because my original one has seen better days. What you can see over here, that happens when you're getting like used controllers. I did clean them all up, but we do have some wear and tear, especially when it comes to the shoulder buttons. You can just feel this one doesn't even feel that great anymore. Unfortunate, because I really love my Super Nintendo controller. But yeah, getting a new one is maybe a better solution than keep buying used ones and just freaking like get myself like broken ones and keep fixing them, because that's quite annoying in my opinion. So I just wanted to see what is Retrobit giving me this time. Is it something that is really worth also for you picking up? Thank you for your purchase. I really appreciate it when they do stuff like this. So it's pretty damn cool. So, and again, like Retrobit, I already own like saying a couple of controls, including ones from my Sega. And I just wanted to see if this Super NES version is one of those, let's say, better ones to pick up. So the default button mapping inputs, everything. So if you want to like check out the connection, how everything works, there is a very good extended manual, not the toilet paper stuff that we have seen with China. Now this is like a very good one, even with some troubleshooting if you have any problems. So we need to connect it, of course, with the dongle, but let's take a close look at the controller first. I really love the colors, or like not really the colors, not a lot of colors of course, but I really love how this thing looks, because this thing is actually usable for your PC. It also implements 2 freaking joysticks. Yeah, so I'm curious if the joystick is also like even usable with the Super NES, because that's the part I'm going to use it. So the D-pad and overall does have like this very nice curve, and I really like it. It does have a very nice travel, and does have like a very cool and very nice feedback. But how does it compare with the original one? Just going to be honest with you, like the height of the D-pad is slightly higher, but the touch itself, where it feels a little bit smooshy, but it's maybe because it's like a little bit older, of course. We do have like over here a very nice touch. We do have like even extra shoulder buttons, so if you want to use this thing on, let's say, different systems with emulation, you can even do that. Of course, we're having 2 joysticks, selector, starter, rubberized, and we're having 2 kind of different buttons. Also the hollow version over here, I really like it when they're doing that, and also the way how everything has been placed. I can tell you, it feels very nice. Let's compare it very quickly with the controller. The buttons feel slightly different, and the main reason is, let's see if I can show you this, it's like when you're looking at the height of the buttons of the original controller, these are very nice slimmed down buttons, and I must say that I find this very pleasing to play and to touch. Then of course we're having at the back the Retrobit sticker, but that's it, like that's the only thing. Let's look at the dongles. We have like the huge one. There's of course the one that we're going to try out today, the one for the Super NES with the tiny button that we can connect them with the controller, and in here we're going to get ourselves the USB one. But basically it's the same story. You're going to plug it in USB, connect it, and you're ready to go with most of the products. But that's something we're going to try out in different time, because I want to know, how good is it for my Super Nintendo? Is it good, or is it absolutely garbage? Let's go! But the first thing that we're going to do is charge this bad boy up, because yeah, out of the box didn't have enough juice inside the battery itself. So I'm just going to use my original Nintendo cable over my Switch, plugging it into a 5V, and what you can see over here, the LED will start blinking green, and this means it's going to be charging. So let's leave this thing for some time, and let's continue with the review later on, or just edit it out here. The first time set up, it will start blinking because it isn't configured. So maybe it is, but most of the time it isn't. So what you need to do is holding the button. It's going to be starting flashing very briefly. And just pressing the controller. What you can see, it automatically connects to each other. Easy peasy, lemon squeezy. Okay, I already mentioned before, like I'm really curious like if you can use even the joystick, and that is pretty damn cool that yep, we can actually use on the Super NES the joystick and the freaking D-pad. So I think it's a very cool addition. I'm just gonna be honest, like I'm normally not more like an analog stick. I really love to play just with the D-pad like the original controller, but that is pretty damn awesome. But first let's take a close look at the D-pad, of course. I already mentioned like it plays so much differently than comparing with the original controller. It is very responsive. Moves come out instantly. And if you're like a big fan of analog sticks, it's kind of cool that even the extra, let's say extra shoulder buttons have a mapping. So you can basically use every single button on the controller. Even the back ones that are not original with the original one. I'm getting my ass kicked by Dan. What the hell is going on here? Go away. So when it comes to the overall gaming performance, when it comes to just like playing some Street Fighter, absolutely amazing. I love it. So another thing I wanted to try out to play some Super Mario Kart. And the reason why, because when you're looking at the shoulders over here, they are more ergonomic than the original one. Another thing is like when you're comparing this with the original controller, they are more slimmed down. So you can see like we're having very wide, or let's say basically like thick like shoulder buttons, and we don't have that actually on this one. So I just loved it if they're going to be like mapping that to the back ones. And I can tell you, spoiler alert, they did. So this controller is so more ergonomic to play than the original controller. The D-pad, it's a personal thing, I like it. But also if you just want to play with the analog stick, that seems to be working just fine. The right joystick doesn't do anything like it's supposed to be like doing anything at all. Not the weird stuff we have seen with the handhelds from China, that we have like acceleration on the analog stick. No, that's just like how it should be. But for me, like, I am very pleased with this controller. And playing this with an analog stick is pretty damn cool. Oh yeah, he got me right this time. He got me good. Where I have like a translucent retro bit controller, they don't need to open up. Yeah, we do need to open this one up. I just wanted to see how this thing looks in the inside and what kind of battery having. Is it even replaceable? Because with the Sega version I'm having, it's like plug and play. You cannot swap it fairly easy. Unfortunately, we need to break the seal. Yep, we need to break it. Just basically to check it out for you guys. And I'm going to do it because that is what we can do, especially for you. And tear it down. Yep. If of course it's possible. There we go. Oh, there goes my warranty. Alright, so lift it up. Yep, and there we go. So there was nothing in here. Wow, this is a very wide, like weird looking battery. This is a 420 milliamp, so that's coming with this. So if you want to reset, it is even possible. There is a tiny switch in here. So the battery can be replaced fairly easy if you're having the right measurements. I know like on AliExpress you can just basically get replacements fairly easy for not a lot of money. So they're using double-sided tape to get this thing in position. But that's basically what we're going to find in the inside. And also, yeah, when you're looking at the analog stick, you can replace them. So everything is replaceable if you want to do some repairs in the future. So when it comes to retro gaming, for me, like normally I always wanted to have the original controllers, but I'm just a little bit flabbergasted when it comes to the overall quality. Just the way how actually it works without any input lag so far I have noticed. So it's pretty damn cool even having analog sticks. And I'm just really honest, already mentioned in this video, I'm not more like a big fan of like analog sticks, especially when it comes to retro system, but this is absolutely a great add-on. You can also use it on a different system like your PC, so it's basically like multi-platform. Thanks for watching, consider subscribing and let me know in the comments what do you think of this controller. Should you pick it up? That is all up to you.